you guys. Some of you have met her, some of you haven't. Essentially, as you all know, we're in the process of franchising the company, and we've been working with Ange now for the past 2 years. She has.
You can't have too many Anges around.
Yeah, double down. I really want you guys to understand what we're trying to do here, because you guys really are the ambassadors of our brand. And the reason why we want to franchise and the reason why we know that it works is because of you guys.
Love
you. Just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit. It'll only be 10 minutes, so just give her your undivided attention, please. We're going to talk a little bit about franchising and why it's important to you. Because there is something in it for you, but Ange will speak to that. So without further ado, Angela Cote.
All right, you guys. Want to get to this before you get too drunk. So we want you to remember this, all right? So we got the recording going here, right, Cheryl?
Yes.
Just in case. All right. I know this is funny. I have notes. I'm super excited to be part of this myself. This awesomeness. You guys are all so energetic. And I'm pretty confident that we are all going to look back in 5 years, 10 years from now, whether you're with the brand, like with the company or not, you're off doing something else. You're gonna be like, I remember those days, those early days, when there were like the 2 locations and we were like talking about growing, and there's gonna be this awesome, stuff going on, and like I was there. And you'll be able to tell people that, and I think that's pretty exciting. Hopefully you guys feel the same. Do you feel the same?
Yes!
So Kyle and I actually met when I got my first Brazilian. Back when you guys were on on 4th Street, and there's a story, I won't get into it, but I cried after.
You should tell us.
I'll save it. You can ask me after that. But I became the crier. So when I heard that Foxy Box was franchising, I was like, I reached out and like, hey babe, well I didn't say babe, but I knew you'd call me that. I was like, hey, do you remember me? I'm the crier, and you're like, oh, I need to talk to you. We're franchising, and
of course I do.
You're the only one that's ever. Apparently, I was the only crier. Yeah. So anyway, I'm not telling that story right now, but anyway, we're here to talk about the F word. I call it the F word, franchising. And the reason for this is because most people don't actually know what franchising means, and it's just the way it is. So, there's Tim Hortons is a franchise, and Starbucks is not. So I'll explain that in a second. So we're going to do a little quick franchise 101. But first, just to keep your attention, I want you to understand why we're doing this. So we're not just doing this for the heck of it. It's because we need your help. So we believe that this is such an amazing, we don't just believe it, it's obvious. It's an amazing brand. Amazing people are being attracted into this brand. We need your help bringing in more people that actually want to be like Foxy, what do we call it? Foxy bosses, right? So, so we need your help, and so in order to make this happen, Kyla wants to incentivize, and you might have heard this through the grapevine, but if you can help us by bringing somebody into the fold, that becomes a franchisee, the incentive for you is $1,000.
Whoa!
Okay? Because because it costs money to find franchisees, and I'm going to tell you, as I said, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about what franchising means. But it costs money to get franchisees. So the best franchisees come from people that are referred from somebody that knows how awesome the brand is already. And they become the best franchisees, and they help the brand grow. So that's why it's $1,000 to you if you can help us find those right people. And if you can find 10, then perfect, 10,000, right? Right? Just making sure now. So do I have your attention? Yeah. Everybody listening? You're in on this little lesson on franchising 101. Okay, cool. Because we need your help. You guys understand the awesomeness of this brand. So who's in it? Everybody say aye.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Tim Hortons is a franchise and Starbucks is not. So does anybody know the difference? Anybody want to speak up?
Tim Hortons is better.
Franchise. Each location has its own owner. They own it.
Right.
As opposed to just managing it.
Right. So at Tim Hortons, perfect. They have their own owner. So at Tim Hortons, when you go into a Tim Hortons, you're actually supporting a local owner. And even though it looks like this big brand, it's a local owner versus Starbucks, you're actually supporting that company, right? So people, when they see, and I didn't even tell my background, I forgot that part.
Yeah.
Go there. Okay, I'll quickly do because this will actually play in. So I grew up with, do you guys know M&M meat shops?
Yeah.
Okay, so my dad is the founder of the company, which started in Kitchener, Ontario in 1980 and grew to almost 500 locations across Canada, and it's a franchise. And so I grew up, I always say, doing everything from dressing up as Kelly Kebab at grand openings, I'm not kidding, like seriously in costume, to like helping set up stores across Western Canada, training franchisees, helping them with compliance and like engagement and getting them profitable. And then I became a multi-unit franchisee, so I've done all the different things in franchising on all the different sides. So when I talk about, I said Tim Hortons, and you go, you know, if you like go into Tim Hortons and spend your money there, you're supporting the local owner. And I lived and breathed that for 18 years. I've been a franchisee, and people see M&M and they think it's like this American company, and it's like, A, it's a Canadian company, but B, you're supporting me. Like I have kids, they're in hockey, they're, you know, I'm trying to like do things like raise a family here. So it's really good for you guys to understand that the franchisees we get would be potentially local owners. Okay, so when you're a franchisee, you spend the money to invest in the business, and different businesses cost different amounts. This one maybe in the range of like 150 to 180 to $250,000, and I know that sounds like a lot of money. We'll talk in a quick sec about a bit more about that. But the franchisee invests that money. Then they use the Foxy Box brand. They get to use the awesome logo and the trademarks, and then they get the awesome support from the company. You know, I'm pointing at Cheryl and Kyla and Ange, and kind of the, you know, the downtown flagship location as well. That, you know, it's like, how do we actually run this business? So as a franchisee, you get like people that know how to do it, saying, okay, so what are you doing for marketing? You know, what do we need to do different? Oh, that's not working. Okay, we're going to help you. Kyla wants to see all the franchisees be successful because they can only grow the business if the franchisees are making money. So it's a really good business model. So the franchisee just pays then like a percentage of their sales. So whatever their sales are, they pay, it's 6% in this case, of their sales back to the franchisor on a monthly basis. So they own their own business. So it's like the freedom thing, right? Like you get to do your own thing. So that's franchise 101. So who are we looking for? So back to the $1,000 incentive. So who are we looking for? We're looking for people that maybe want to get out of the corporate 9-to-5 lifestyle. People that are maybe moms, that the husband is working and they're ready to go back into like the workforce, and they're passionate about this kind of thing as well. Sometimes it's like a husband and wife team, you know, where the husband owns it and the wife is going to run it. Kyle, is there anything else with like who we're looking for?
A great leader that's just like looking for a change. Already, guys, we have leads coming in all the time, and most of them are clients of Foxy Box, and they want to be a part of it because they're your guys' clients, which is so awesome. You guys are already putting it out there without even talking about it or even thinking about it. People want to be a part of it because of you guys. So the candidates that we're looking for are females, obviously, and with strong leadership skills, or that are looking for something different, like a change, and want to be their own boss. So, you know, those are great people to spark up that conversation in the room. You guys are already doing it. You guys are already advertising franchising without even knowing you're doing it.
You are, and that's why we're doing this right now, because I'm a client, and I come in and I'm talking to whoever I'm, getting waxed from, and I'm like, you guys love the brand already. Like, it's just this one more step a little bit further. Like, you could be that, you could help people understand, on the wall, I know now we've got like the franchise, franchise the box, and like, if you understand, like, you can explain, like, okay, so the next step is, I can connect you with, Kyla, our awesome founder and CEO, and it's just a discovery call. And the thing to remember is, and Bronwyn and I had a great conversation just earlier, because she's like, well, how do you do that if you don't have the financing or the money?
There's options.
There's a lot of options. Don't let that be a roadblock. If you know somebody that you think would be an awesome fit, we'll help them figure that out. It might be we help them with getting financing at their like financial institution or whatever. It might be that they have, like we talked about, an uncle or like a family member that like wants to invest some money, but they don't want to run it, and then the other person runs it. Like, there's lots of options. So don't let money be the barrier. Just think of that person that could like be a rock star as a franchisee in the brand. You've all seen the new core values, which were always there, but just not maybe worded. Like, they have to align with those core values. But the process is like you talk to Kyla and say, I've got somebody in mind, and then just take it from there. And we will do the screening. Don't worry about that. Just whoever might be an option. So how do you find these people? Clients, right? You've got that opportunity. You guys are in these intimate conversations. You're trying to distract them anyway. Let's get that conversation going. Social media shares. You guys could share the posts that are being put out on social media. Just share that in your network. Your friends and family, just whatever you can do to get the word out. Just get the word out. Franchising, it means like being your own boss, awesome brand you get to be a part of. I just thought about like when you were first building the brand, and you tell about when the Foxes, the bar, when you dressed up.
Oh, like how you built that?
April and
Yeah.
Like what did you do? Like
That has nothing to do with franchise.
no, I'll explain it. No, like there is. Like
When we
I
first
remember you were all going to dress up as Foxes.
we had like April, I had maybe 4 staff at the time, and April did burlesque. And she was so excited that I empowered her to do burlesque because she worked in a spa before that really was against her doing burlesque. Regardless, I sent her out with like a bunch of her girls dressed as foxes to go blow up the town with like Foxy swag. And like to all the nightclubs. There was tons of marketing stuff. I sent her to go be on The Bachelor. I paid for her flight. Like we did lots of marketing things to get to where we are now. Now the company employs 40 women, guys, like within 6 years.
Right? But that's the point, right? Like my point is like think outside the box, and like you guys had to do some crazy stuff back then. Just get creative and think of like how can I help find these people that could be franchisees and get the $1,000, right?
Yeah.
So okay, so I'm gonna wrap this up by saying that you guys are amazing. There's just awesome energy in the room. It felt almost like bad to stop everybody, to have this conversation. But I think, you all love what you're doing here, it seems, and let's work together and try to find people. So whatever you can do, let's do it.